Hey, scrappy people, it's Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with a 12 by 12 layout. It is a stash busting layout, and I have dug deep into my stash today to bring you this layout. That wood grain paper is from one of my original lines with Simple Stories back in 2016, called Bloom and Grow. And then this is a My Mind's Eye paper. I'm pulling deep into my stash today to scrapbook this layout about my oldest 17th birthday. I really love this page. Like, it's one of my favorite pages of all time. It came out so great. And the whole point of this page, like what I'm trying to do here, is I am really layering this page up, and I really want a lot going on as far as paper layers and cards and things like that. So I've got all of these cards that I'm pulling from and paper scraps that I'm pulling from to create this layout. You can see that the color scheme is black, white, and hot pink because I'm using a paper, like some cards that I've cut from a paper that I originally bought actually for my middle child's birthday a few years back. It's a Panda Party. I don't even remember what company it is, but it's a Panda Party paper pack. Wow, say that 3 times fast. But I didn't end up actually using it for that child's birthday, so I'm going to actually incorporate it into this child's birthday. And so the card that I'm using has pink on it, so I decided to go with a black, white, and pink color scheme for this, and actually the pocket page that goes with it. So for my oldest birthday, we went bowling at a bougie bowling alley in downtown Knoxville called Maple Hall, and it's a really fun bowling alley. It has a full bar, it has real food and not just bowling alley food, and it's got a really cool ambiance. It's like underground and it's vintage styled, and I really love it. We had a ton of fun, but this is the page that is sort of the companion to the bowling page about my child turning 17. But you can see I have this candle card that I cut out of that paper that has a lot of pink on it, so I just went with it and did a whole pink page. So I want that don't forget card to be sort of my note to this child about their birthday. So that is what I am sort of planning for this page. And then I've got these gorgeous gold foiled butterflies from Pink Fresh Studio, and I am going to pop those up on enamel dots. So I didn't have enough letters for these old alphabets to spell 7. So I'm going to use the number 7, and I'm going to add these gold foiled alphabets at the bottom, or I guess with it, to spell 17. And I actually kind of really like the way that that works. It's kind of different and mod feeling, and I really like it with this color scheme. So it worked out perfectly. I'm gonna start sticking everything down here. I'm liking the way that this is coming out. Again, I'm wanting to sort of keep it in the vertical composition, but I do want to build outwards slightly from it. So I am sort of layering everything so that it breaks out of that extreme vertical of the photos. You have exactly what it takes. I really wanted to incorporate this You'll Move Mountains, but it was just too big for this composition, and I tried really hard to work it in, but it didn't work out so well, unfortunately. And then I thought about adding it into the bowling side, the pocket scrapbooking side of this page, but it didn't work out there either, unfortunately. I'm going to use this Brave and Strong instead, which works out perfectly if once I decide I'm going to put it down here. And I do trim off the bottom of that card that's sticking out underneath that Brave and Strong, just because there was a lot of weird lines going on there and it didn't work out like visually the way that I wanted it to. So I'm gonna trim it off once I turn the camera off so that it doesn't distract me. Here I'm gonna put this 17 down here at the bottom. I did have those black and white striped alphas out too, and actually I put a poll up on Instagram for people to decide which alphas to use, either the gold or the black and white stripe, and the black and white stripe won. But once I actually started scrapbooking this page, the black and white stripes didn't look as good with that black and white stripe paper as the gold did. So I decided to not obey Instagram's decision and instead use the gold ones. So I have that circular You Have Exactly What It Takes from Pink Fresh Studio here. So I'm going to add in some circular embellishments down the page as well to sort of, I have a lot of strong lines with this page because of all of those cards and the straight line papers and the straight lines of the photos. So I wanted to break up some of those straight lines with some circles. So that's why I decided to incorporate a bunch of circles. Some of these embellishments are from Cocoa Daisy as well. You know, I have a big old stash of Cocoa Daisy that sits on my table, so I am incorporating some of that in as well. I have a bunch of word strips and some chipboard pieces too, so I'm just making sure that everything looks nice and balanced, building out from that vertical composition. So I've got all 4 of my circles down. You know, I like to work in clusters of 3, but I'm going to work in 4 for this one because I felt like there was 3 white circles and then that big black one, so it still had a lot of balance to it. Adding in some alphabets here, some gold foil. I wanted to bring a little bit more gold foil in here, and I decided I was going to initially like add the date and place down at the bottom there, but I decided that that would happen on the right hand side, or the left hand side, the left hand side with the bowling. So I decided instead to add in some more patterned paper down here at the bottom. And I'm going to add in some washi, which you know that I don't normally add in a lot of washi, but I did add in washi here because I had these beautiful, this like skinny gold foiled starred washi that I really loved and I thought worked really well with this composition. And of course added in a little bit more gold foil as well. So I'm going to add it in 3 different places to get some of that shine going on. And just add that little like pop, right? So this page came out so well. I love it so much. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim off the edge of this wood paper. I could have left it the way that it was, but I really wanted to trim off the edge and add in that stripe there as well. That used up the rest of the paper and also add that just that little unexpected detail that you wouldn't think of. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Tracy M. Reed, and I will see you next time. Thank you.